In a world often defined by quiet conformity, one man dared to be loud. He danced like a butterfly, stung like a bee, and roared his truth when others whispered. He was more than a boxer. He was a poet, a prophet, a revolutionary. He was Muhammad. Ali, our story begins not in the dazzling lights of a boxing arena, but in the segregated streets of Louisville, Kentucky. Born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17, 1942, his early life was shaped by the racial divides of the American South. The son of a sign painter and a domestic worker, young Cassius was a bright, energetic boy, often seen riding his bicycle through his neighborhood. It was a stolen bicycle, believe it or not, that set him on a path to destiny. At just 12 years old, fuming over his missing bike, Cassius reported it to police officer Joe Martin, who also happened to be a boxing coach. Martin offered a challenge. "You better learn to fight before you go looking for trouble." And so, Cassius Clay stepped into a boxing gym for the very first time. He was a natural, possessing unparalleled speed for a heavyweight, an unorthodox style, and a charisma that filled any room. He quickly dominated the amateur scene. 6 Kentucky Golden Gloves titles, 2 national championships, and then the ultimate amateur prize, a gold medal at the 1960 Rome Olympics. At just 18, Cassius Clay was an Olympic hero, celebrated globally. But the glory of Rome couldn't erase the harsh realities of home. Returning to Louisville, his gold medal proudly displayed, Cassius was refused service at a segregated diner. The bitter taste of injustice, even for an Olympic champion, served as a stark reminder of the systemic racism he vowed to challenge. This moment solidified a deep-seated conviction that would define his life beyond the ropes. He turned professional, and the legend of the Louisville Lip began to blossom. He was not just a fighter, he was an entertainer, a provocateur. He predicted rounds, recited poems, and boasted with an unmatched confidence that was both endearing and infuriating. His shot at the world heavyweight title came in 1964 against the fearsome Sonny Liston, a man considered invincible. The odds were stacked against Clay, but he famously declared, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see." And against all predictions, he did it. Cassius Clay, the underdog, dethroned Liston, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Yet the biggest transformation was still to come. Just days after his monumental victory, Cassius Clay announced something that sent shockwaves across the globe: his conversion to the Nation of Islam. He rejected his slave name, Cassius Clay, given to his ancestors by their slave masters, and embraced a new identity, Muhammad Ali. "Cassius Clay is a slave name," he declared. "I didn't choose it and I don't want it." This decision was met with a mix of outrage and admiration. For many white Americans, it was seen as radical, even un-American. For many black Americans, particularly those involved in the burgeoning civil rights movement, it was a powerful act of defiance, a reclaiming of identity and dignity. Ali became a symbol of black pride, a voice for self-determination at a time of immense social upheaval. The year 1967 brought another defining moment, one that would cement Ali's place as a global figure far beyond boxing. The Vietnam War was raging, and Ali, due to his religious convictions, declared himself a conscientious objector. "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong," he famously stated. "No Viet Cong ever called me nigger." His refusal to be drafted led to immediate and severe consequences. He was arrested, convicted of draft evasion, stripped of his heavyweight title, and banned from boxing for over 3 years. At 25, in the prime of his athletic life, Muhammad Ali was exiled from the sport he dominated. His stand cost him millions, but he remained resolute. "My conscience won't let me go shoot my brother, or some darker people, or some poor, hungry people in the mud, for big, powerful America," he explained. During his forced absence from the ring, Ali didn't fade. Instead, he transformed into a powerful cultural and political voice. He toured college campuses, debated, and spoke out against racial injustice and the Vietnam War, becoming a leading figure in the anti-war movement and an inspiration for the counterculture generation. His voice, once confined to pre-fight bravado, now echoed with profound moral authority. In 1970, after a 4-year legal battle, Ali's conviction was overturned by the Supreme Court, and he was allowed to return to boxing. The anticipation was palpable. His first major test came in 1971 against his fierce rival, Joe Frazier, in the fight of the century. It was a brutal, epic encounter, and for the first time in his professional career, Ali tasted defeat, but it was far from over. The 1970s saw Ali reclaim his throne and etch his name into legend with 2 of the greatest boxing matches ever witnessed. In 1974, in Zaire, he faced the seemingly invincible George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle. Ali, the underdog once again, introduced the world to the rope-a-dope strategy, tiring Foreman out before delivering a knockout blow in the 8th round. He was champion again. The following year, 1975, brought the ultimate rubber match against Joe Frazier, the Thrilla in Manila, an agonizing, brutal 14-round war in the searing heat. It pushed both men to their physical and mental limits. Ali emerged victorious, but later admitted it was the closest thing to dying. These fights were not just sporting events, they were cultural phenomena, watched by millions worldwide, solidifying Ali's status as a global superstar. Ali eventually retired from boxing in 1981. 3 years later, a devastating diagnosis was delivered: Parkinson's disease, believed by many to be a direct consequence of the repeated blows he sustained throughout his career. The once lightning-fast, articulate voice began to slow. His movements became labored. But even in the face of this profound challenge, Ali's spirit remained unbroken. If his boxing career was about proving he was the greatest, his later life was about demonstrating the power of giving back. He became a tireless humanitarian, traveling the world as a United Nations messenger of peace, delivering aid, promoting interfaith understanding, and advocating for human rights. In 1996, the world watched, tears in their eyes, as a trembling Muhammad Ali, battling Parkinson's, lit the Olympic torch in Atlanta. It was a poignant, powerful moment, a testament to his enduring courage and indomitable spirit. He continued to raise awareness and funds for Parkinson's research, turning his personal struggle into a global cause. His legacy is enshrined in the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville, a testament to his life's work and his 6 core principles: confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, and spirituality. It's a place that inspires millions, reminding us that true greatness extends far beyond athletic prowess. Muhammad Ali died on June 3, 2016, at the age of 74. The world mourned the loss of a legend, but his impact endures. He transcended boxing to become a symbol of courage, conviction, and the fight for justice. He used his platform, his voice, and his incredible talent to challenge the status quo, inspire movements, and champion humanity. He truly was, and forever will be, the greatest. His story reminds us that sometimes the most profound victories aren't won in a ring, but in the unwavering commitment to one's beliefs.